Alright guys, Art here for Madness. Beautiful day outside, so we thought why not shoot another video. We have our 453 here. We've already modified with a lot of performance goodies, as you can see. We have the body kit, wheels, we've lowered it, we've added some performance bits to make it run and drive faster, and of course we have our Go pedal on the car. Today, something we're going to install, really simple, really easy, but makes a big statement, a big impactful statement on the overall look of the car, and is really going to finish off the front end for us. We're going to install these eyebrows on our 453. Now, as you can see, I have two different colors with me right now. Our car is the blue and white combination. We're going to go with the white ones for our install because we think it's going to clean up the front end a little bit better. But we do offer them in multiple colors, not only for the 453, but the 451 as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, start taking the car apart, show how to install these right now. Alright, so the first step, we got to open up the hood. I know a lot of you guys coming from 451s, you're going to know exactly how to do this. But for those of you that don't, and it's actually a question that we get kind of a lot when people call in, how do I get into the hood of my Smart? What we're going to do, there's these little levers right here that you're just going to pull forward, and it's going to release the hood. We'll open it up, and then we rest it against the grill. There's nice rubber padding so that we don't nick up any of the painted finish. And now we have access to the inner headlight structure, and we're going to clean those up, prep them, and we're going to bring a close-up so you can see how to do just that. Alright, so now that we have the hood open, what we're going to be doing is the actual eyebrow sits right along the upper edge of the lens housing. And it's double side taped in place, so it's easy to remove if you ever choose to do so. If you ever want to change the color, have them repainted, carbon fiber wrapped, whatever it is that you want to do, they're easy to install, they're easy to remove. But the key thing whenever we're working with double side tape or adhesives in general is we want to prep the surface that we're going to be adhering to so that it can get a nice clean bite and it stays installed until we mean for it to come off. What we're going to do here, these cars are 2016s, they're fairly clean. We're just going to clean up the lens portion where it seats so there's no dust, debris, wax, anything like that. Just make sure you can use a glass cleaner so that it'll remove any of that dust and grime. And we're going to wipe it down with the microfiber so we don't fog the lens at all. And then once that's done, and we've actually already done this because our cars were cleaned yesterday and I prepped for the video, we will be ready to place our eyebrow in place. Just get a dry fitment and then we'll remove the tape and we'll install it in place. I'm going to go ahead and place this in place, being sure to slip this portion of the eyebrow back up under the fender so it sits nice and clean, and then we'll work our way down. So you just kind of get it back there like that. As you can see now, it's fully sealed behind the seam, and then you're just going to slide it back until you get, and you're paying attention to this edge here because that's where it's sealing up against the headlight and making sure that it seals nice and tight. And when you get it to that point, you know that you have it fit properly and everything's good, and it looks good on ours. Now we can go ahead and remove it, start pulling the double-sided tape back, and then we can set it in place. Alright, so the next step is going to be real important. It's about revealing enough of our double-side tape so that when we get this back in place, we can remove it entirely and allow this to stick fully. The key here is if we were to remove it in one piece, it'd be very difficult to place it on this headlight assembly without it sticking prematurely before we got it all lined up right. So all we do is on the leading edge, which as you can see it's folded back right here, and that corresponds to the front area of the headlight up here towards the grill section of the car. We pulled the double side tape away about 2 inches or so, and we bend it down so that you can pull it from the front side once you have this in place. So now that that's ready, we're going to do the exact same thing we did on the dry fit, which is get this to seat nice and perfectly. And then when it's in place here, we're just going to grab the pieces of tape that are revealed and start sliding them off so that we can push down and seat the tape fully. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, so now I'm just going to get this back corner in first. That's the most important part because it's kind of the trickiest one to get. Now it's slid back there. We can push it back until we get it to seat like we need it to. That looks good about there. Then all we're going to do is we're just going to start pulling the tape away just like that and press down. We're going to do the same here, front, and press down. That's pretty much it. You just want to make sure that you don't wash the car for 24 hours and that it's not too cold out when you put them on, because it will keep the double side tape from adhering as best as it could. So just press it down. We're going to go install the other side and then we'll be done. So let's go over there. For the blue one, I'm just going to fit this in place. We're actually going with white on this car, I mentioned earlier, but we wanted to give you a proper view because this car is blue and white. Some people are going to want to go with something closer to the body color, while others are going to want to contrast with the Tritium color, in this case white. So we wanted to give you a little shot and see what both of them look like. I'm going to dry fit this one, so I'm not going to be removing the tape, but just to give you an idea how quick it is to really install these guys. Alright, so we're going to install this, the other side, the passenger side white eyebrow in real time, just to see how quick it actually is done. The only thing I've done is removed the tape like you would normally do in prepping for the install. Nice and in place. And I'm just going to pull off the tape. Press it into place. And do this other piece here. It's going to be pretty much it. And we'll come back, we'll give you a full shot of the front of the car with these guys installed, put the hood in place, and wrap up the installation. And that pretty much wraps it up. You can see our accent pieces tie in nicely with our Carlson body kit, the front white grille, and the other accessories that we have installed in the car. It's going to be a really clean, simple mod. Is it going to give you horsepower, torque gains? No. Is it fun? Is it something that's going to be something very subtle or something that stands out a lot? Well, yeah, depending on the color you choose, absolutely. So remember, please call us, Madness Autoworks, Smart Madness. Thanks for watching. We're going to go have some fun with this.